Moving on to the next question, children, that is question number 17. So we'll be just looking into this. So this particular question says what? It says that a solid is in the form of a right circular cone and it is mounted on a hemisphere. So it means that what, children? This is my hemisphere and then there is a right circular cone like this. Alright, so this is the figure all about. Now what they are saying, children? They are saying mounted on a hemisphere, the diameter of the base of the cone which exactly coincides with the hemisphere is 7 centimeter. Okay, so this particular diameter has been given 7 centimeter, so it is understood that the radius will be equal to 7 upon 2 centimeter. Now what they are saying, and height is 8 centimeter. The diameter of the base of the cone is this and the height of the cone has been given as how much? 8 centimeter. Okay, so this is what is given. Now the solid is placed in a cylindrical vessel of internal radius 7 centimeter and height 10 centimeter. Okay, so this is being placed inside what, children? This is being placed inside a cylindrical vessel. So suppose this is my cylindrical vessel which is there. The diameter of this cylindrical vessel, the radius has been given as 7. Alright, so this has been given as 7 and the entire height has been given as 10. Okay, so how much water in centimeter cube will be required to fill the vessel completely? Okay, so how you are going to calculate this, children? First of all, how much water will be required will be clearly equal to the volume of the entire cylinder which is there minus the volume of this particular cone and hemisphere combo which is there. So for this, what you are going to do, first I'll be just giving you hint, and of course question number 17 can be your homework. First I'll be writing down for what? I'll be writing down for cylinder and then I'll be writing down for cone plus hemisphere. Okay, the hint I'll be giving you, and of course you will be taking this as homework. For the cylinder, the R has been given as how much? R, and the height has been given as 10. So obviously the volume will be given by what? Pi r square it. So easily putting the value you can get the answer. No worries. Now if you move to the second part, hemisphere plus cone, what is the volume of cone, children? This is 2 by 3 into pi r cube. For hemisphere it is 2 by 3 pi r cube. For cone it is 1 upon 3 pi r square. So clearly you can see what can you take here common, because taking common is actually going to help you. So 1 by 3 pi r square you can take as common, and then you are left with what? You are left with 2r plus h. Okay, so using this formula you can easily, the radius here has been given as 7 upon 2 and the height has been given as 8. So everything has been given, children. So putting these values you can easily get the answer. Okay, so once you are getting this particular volume of cone plus hemisphere and here you are getting the volume of cylinder, then what you will be writing? You will be writing that volume of water required to fill, I'll write only required, will be equal to volume of cylinder minus volume of cone plus hemisphere. Okay, so using this particular formula you can easily do this question. Alright, so this was an easy one, so you'll be taking this as homework. We'll be now moving to the next question. We'll just look what is the next question all about. Okay, so the next question says what? The next question says two solid spheres of radius 2 centimeter and 4 centimeter are melted and recast into a cone of height 8 centimeter. Now you have to find the radius of the cone so formed. It's very easy one, children. So 18 is also going to be your homework. So this I have been telling you already many a times that, children, whenever there is a question which deals with melting and recasting, means what? You need to take into consideration what, children? You need to take into consideration the volume. So here you are having two spheres. So suppose you are taking R1. So R1 has been given as 2 and R2 has been given as 4. So alright, we'll be doing first for a sphere here, and children, then we'll be equating it with the cone. Okay, so what will be the volume equal to here, children? It will be equal to, since it's a sphere, so it will be equal to 4 upon 3 pi r1 cube Okay, and this will be equal to 4 upon 3 into pi r2 cube. So if you combine them, you can just write down like this, children. 4 upon 3 pi into r1 cube plus r2 cube. Now this is a place, children, where children tend to make a mistake. In taking common, you can never take as r1 plus r2 cube, children. This you have to remember. This is a completely different thing. So whenever you are taking anything in common, so you have to make sure that you are taking it this way. Okay, so you will be just replacing the values. So you will be getting here 4 upon 3 pi into r1 cube will be 8, and then r2 cube will be 64. Okay, so this way you will be calculating. What you will be doing, children, you will be keeping pi like this. What is that going to help you? How is that going to help you? That is going to help you because you already know that pi is going to come in the formula of cone also. So easily you can cancel out. Okay, so this is going to be equal to what? 1 by 3 pi into r square h. So here r has been already given. No, the height has been given. So you will be writing this is equal to 1 upon 3 pi r square into 8. So 3 is also getting cancelled, pi is also getting cancelled. So 4 into this much is equal to 8 r square. So you can easily calculate the value of r. Okay, so this is also an easy one. So probably this question also you will be taking as homework. We will be now moving to the next question, that is question number 19. Okay, so this is our question number 19. So what does this say? We'll look into. It says a certain number of metallic cones, each of radius 2 cm and height 3 cm, are melted and recast into solid sphere of radius 6 cm. So you have to find the number of cones that have been used. Okay, so this is our question number 19. So it says, children, a certain number of metallic cones, each of radius 2 and height this much. Okay, so first you will be using what? You will be writing down for cones, and then you will be writing down for sphere. So for cones, what have been given, children? This is also an easy one. So r has been given as 2, height has been given as 3. Okay, so what will be the volume? Because again, children, if you can see, this is a question of recasting, but then again you don't know the number of cones. So what you will be writing, that volume of each cone, okay, will be equal to how much? This is going to be equal to 1 upon 3 pi into r square h. So here what you will be doing, children, for your ease, you will be taking this one as r1 and this one as h1. Okay, h1 not needed. Why? Because, children, h is already only 1. In sphere we don't have a concept of h. So this is going to be equal to, for one small sphere, this is going to be equal to 1 upon 3 pi into r is 2 square, okay, into h is 3. So if you want to calculate this, this is going out to be equal to 2 square is 4 pi. So 4 pi is what, children? 4 pi is the volume of each small cone which is there. Okay, so radius 2 and okay, and now we will be just going to form the volume of solid sphere. So for radius, this has been given as 6. So what will be volume equal to? Volume here will be equal to 4 upon 3 pi into r cube. So this in turn is equal to 4 upon 3, okay, and then into pi, and r is how much, children? R has been given as 6 cube. Now you have to find out the number of cones used. So what you will be writing? Number of cones used will be equal to volume of sphere divided by volume of cone. Okay, so volume of sphere is how much, children? You have calculated as 4 upon 3 into pi into 6 into 6 into 6 divided by 4 into pi. Okay, so here if you see, children, this 2 is getting cancelled. So what are we left with? We are left with 4 pi into, this is 6 are 36 into 2 is 72, children, divided by 4 pi. So here 4 pi is getting cancelled. So you are getting the number of cones is equal to 72. So the number of cones that are being used is equal to 72. Alright, so now we'll be looking into the last question of this particular chapter, children. Okay, so we'll be just erasing this out and we'll be just looking into what the last question is all about. So this is our question number 20. So what does this says? It says a conical tent is to accommodate 70 persons. Now each person must have 16 meter cube of air to breathe. Okay, now what they are saying, to breathe, given the radius of the tent is 7 meter, find the height of the tent and also its curved surface area. Okay, fine. So this is the cone that we are talking about, children. Okay, now for this cone the radius has been given as 7 meter. Okay, and there are 77 persons into it. Okay, so write down number of person is equal to how much? 77. Now what you will be writing, volume of air required for one person. Volume of air required for one person is equal to how much, children? How much they have given? They have given that the volume required is equal to 16 meter cube. Okay, so what you will be writing, therefore total volume of air will be equal to how much, children? This is equal to 77 into 16 meter cube. No need to multiply, children. Why? Because anyways at the last we are going to get the answer, things will be getting cancelled. Now what you have calculated, children, you have calculated the volume of this particular tent, because one person is required 16 meter cube of air. So for 77 person it will be 77 into 16. So you are done with finding the volume part. Now what you will do, children, what have they asked? They have asked the find the height of the tent. So how are you going to find? You know that volume is equal to 1/3 into pi r square h. This is for the cone. Now what you will be writing according to question which is there. Okay, 1/3 pi into r square h is equal to 77 into 16. Okay, so now what you will be writing, I'll just erase this, children, since I don't need this anymore. So this implies, have they given the value of r, children? Yes, the r has been given as 7. So write down 1/3 into 22/7 into 7 into 7 into h is equal to 77 into 16. So here 7 is getting cancelled. Anything else, children? No. So this implies h will be equal to how much, children? This is going to be equal to 77 into 16 into 3 divided by 22 into 7. Okay, so here if you see, children, divided by 11 this is 2, divided by 11 this is 7, then divided this goes completely, and then here we are having 8. So we are getting that height of the tent is equal to 24 meter. So therefore what you will write, therefore height of tent is equal to 24 meter. So this question is completely of a different type, children, in the sense you can be seeing that the question of this type we haven't done yet in our chapter, but then it's a common sense. And what is the hint here, children? If you see in the question part, it has been given as 16 meter cube. So this meter cube you will have to take as a hint to carry out your problem. Okay, so if you are able to understand that part, then that is going to be an easy one. Okay, so now what we'll be doing, we'll be moving towards finding out the curved surface area. So we have calculated that the radius is equal to how much? 7 meter, and we have calculated height is equal to how much, children? Height has 24 meter. So what will be the formula of the slant height, children? Because for calculating the curved surface area we need to calculate the slant height. So slant height is given by root over of r square plus h square. So this in turn is equal to root over of 7 square plus 24 square. So this is equal to 49 plus 24 square is equal to how much, children? 576. So this is going to be equal to root over of 625, which in turn is equal to 25. So what is 25, children? 25 is the slant height that I am getting. Therefore, what you will be writing, r is equal to 7 and slant height is equal to 25. Okay, so now you need to calculate the curved surface area. So curved surface area will be given by what? So this is given by, the formula is pi r into L. So this in turn is equal to 22 upon 7 into r is equal to 7 into 25. So how much I am getting? I am getting 22 into 25. Okay, so 22 into 25 is 11 into 50, which in turn is equal to 550. So 550 meters square is the curved surface area. So here you calculated what? We calculated first height, which was equal to 24, and then we calculated CSA, that was equal to 550 meters square. Okay, so this is the way this particular sum has to be done. So with this, children, we are done till all the questions of this particular exercise. So here what did you see, children? In this particular chapter, you are having basically 3 or 4 formula important concept which are there, which is cone, and then we have cylinder, we have sphere, and then we have combination of solids. So basically what do you see, that if you are able to remember the main formulas which are there, then it will be very easy for you to do rest of the sums. Rest of the sums, whichever is there, you just need to see that you are able to apply those formula clearly. And the another important formula which is there is the finding out what is the volume using the concept of cross section. So volume is given by cross section into height. So keeping these things in mind, you can easily do this chapter, children. So we'll be just finishing them off, and then any questions of any sort, if it is there, you are all free to ask. All right, thank you, students.